There's an old oak by the river bend where we carved our names in younger skins. Her laughter hung on summer's end, and that scarf she wore danced in the wind. A dusty trail, a sunset glow, her shadow long in the world below. Silent whispers in the twilight's haze, each memory now a scarf that fades. Oh, how the winds talk down those empty roads, carrying cries of what we used to hold. Beneath the stars where wild horses roam, her scarf in the wind, now I ride alone. Years went by, the river's song turned sad. Those oak tree leaves found the ground unclad. Her scarf lost color, it frayed at the seams, left in the porch swing in my silent dreams. The cabin's empty, the gravel untrod, echoes of footsteps, now just a facade. Where we once danced, now only I tread, with the ghost of the love that we had bred. Oh, how the winds talk down those empty roads, carrying cries of what we used to hold. Beneath the stars where wild horses roam, her scarf in the wind, now I ride alone. And in the dust of this lonely path, I see the traces of our shared past. But each day the sunset bleeds into night, I learn to live with this fading light. So let the winds talk and let them tell our tale, as I wander beneath the moon pale. Though her scarf fades, these memories won't. Across the wild lands I roam, her scarf in the wind, and I ride alone. Every sunset, a whisper of her laughter. Every trail's end, a chapter. And still the scarf fades, but never quite disappears. Just like her. Out where the oak shadows lay, along on the ground, I first met her smile by the old ghost town. The sky painted gold, her laugh wild and free. Underneath that scarf, it was just her and me, leaning on saddles by dusty porch light. Promises whispered deep into the night. Every star witness to the dreams we spun. Felt like the heavens and earth were one. Oh, how the storm cries like an old friend knows, across the wild plains where my sorrow goes. The wind carries whispers of her sweet refrain. Raindrops fall heavy like my silent pain. Years fell away like leaves from the tree. She drifted like dust that the breeze set free. That old cabin's empty, where laughter once played. Now just shadows dance in the choices we made. Gravel roads lead me to places we knew. Each step on that path sharp as morning dew. Lost in my travels with a heart that just roams, searching for something that felt like home. Oh, how the storm cries like an old friend knows, across the lonely miles where my heartache grows. The wind carries whispers of her sweet refrain. Raindrops fall heavy like my silent pain. Sometimes a storm's the only voice that remains, telling tales of the past through the wind and the rains. I've learned that love is more wild than the land, slips right through your fingers like a whisper of sand. So let the storm cry under fading sky hues. It sings of a love that I'll forever muse. Yet in this lonesome life where I wander and strive, her memory's the storm that keeps me alive. Raindrops fall heavy like my silent pain, echoing the storm cries again and again.
I tied my horse just past the pine. The town looks smaller this second time. No signs of us, no porch light lit, just echoes of where ghosts once sit. I passed the church, the general store, where you once danced across the floor. But now it's dull, the windows gray, and folks don't smile or look my way. I left without a trace this time, no goodbye kiss, no borrowed rhyme, no letter carved on tabletop, no whiskey toast, no name to drop. I walked right past that broken inn where we carved hearts and busted tin. I asked the barkeep, she still come by, he said, whose son? And that's when I died. I sat alone in that corner booth, the one she'd claim like gospel truth. I ran my hand along the wood where once she swore we'd always be good. I ordered rye like back in fall, said her name soft, just loud enough to call. A couple turned and gave blank stares, as if her name dissolved in air. I left without a trace this time, no boot prints in the dusted line, no glances back, no cowboy lore, just silent steps on memory's floor. I brought her name like some old song, but no one knew who it belonged. It hung in air, then disappeared like love that died when no one hears. I thought pain was missing someone, but worse is when the world forgets they ever run. So I left without a trace this time, not out of rage, not out of crime, just knew there's nothing left to find when even ghosts don't seem inclined. I tipped my hat, paid the rye, and whispered one last soft goodbye. Her name fell flat, the world stood still, she's gone, but I was never real.
Out where the oak tree shadows fall like whispers, across the old porch where we shared that final kiss, there's an empty cabin on the edge of silence, where my heart still lies in crumbled reminisce. Wind through the doorway spins old tales of glory, dust from the trail where once our dreams did roam. The sun dips low just like the day you left me, in the twilight of our love's abandoned home. Love sleeps in the quiet places under stars that watched us then, riding trails now blurred and faded where hopes drift like dust in the wind. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies as the night claims the sunset's flames, in every shadow neath the moon's watchful eyes. In the silence I still hear your name. Gravel roads, they whisper of your footsteps. The rain recalls the tears that we once shed. An old scarf holds the scent of your laughter, fading slowly on the chair beside our bed. We spoke of love as if it lasts forever, but forever's just a moment passing through. Now I wander lost, a ghost in empty spaces. Every corner of this world echoes with you. Love sleeps in the quiet places under stars that watched us then, riding trails now blurred and faded where hopes drift like dust in the wind. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies as the night claims the sunset's flames, in every shadow neath the moon's watchful eyes. In the silence I still hear your name. So here's to the dreams on which the dusk is falling, to the whispered goodbyes and the time we borrow, and the heart that hopes beyond the grasp of sorrow, that finds the strength to greet another morrow. Love sleeps where the wild river bends, in the echoes of a lonesome endless sky. I'll carry you in verses till my journey ends, in the melody that never says goodbye. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies, caught between the earth and open blue, with every sunset that the dark embraces. In the quiet I'm still loving you. In the shadow of an oak, under skies of white and blue, I carved our names, wild hearts untamed, in a town we once knew. With laughter in our echoes and dreams in our gaze, lies a rickety porch where we danced away those days. Oh, hollow time's relentless sway. Each passing breeze whispers your name as the stars fade into gray. Where did you go, my sunset glow, when the night refused to end? These empty trails and whispered tales keep you close, my lost friend. Now the porch swing sways silent, with a creak that sounds like cries, and the dust on that old gravel road no longer hears our lies. The cabin by the river stands lonesome, stands so cold, just like my heart since your warmth chose to fold. Oh, hollow heart carved in the bark, at times relentless sway. Each passing breeze whispers your name as the stars fade into gray. Where did you go, my sunset glow, when the night refused to end? These empty trails and whispered tales keep you close, my lost friend. By the rusted gate I pause and wait, hoping winds might bring a scent of your sweet perfume, or the soft song we would sing. But silence weighs on my spurs and hat, just shadows in the rain. A cowboy lost in memories, riding through his pain. Oh, hollow heart carved with each beat it parts from what it's meant to hold. These hills echo the sorrow of a tale too often told. Drifting like a tumbleweed where wild rivers bend, in every setting sun I see you, my lost friend. Forever you, my lost friend.
Out by the willow where the creek used to sing, I carved our names in the bark of an old oak tree. The sun dipped low like it knew we had dreams. Now it's just shadows and whispers and a cool evening breeze. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Gravel roads echo where your laughter once flowed, an empty saddle and our dreams now foreclosed. Rain taps like fingers on a lonely window pane, whispering secrets of a love that waned. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as a scarf you left on that old porch bed. Beneath the vast prairie sky
left here to stand, with nothing but your shadow slipping through my hand. Those fading trails, they still call my name, but darling, without you it just ain't the same. Yes, memory drifts, and I reckon it's time to ride into that sunset where our old love still shines. Underneath that old oak tree, by the porch where we used to be, silent whispers of dust and leaves, singing tales of you and me. Scarves you hung on every hook, now just shadows in every nook. A cabin haunted by the love we took, and the heart you never forsook. Porch cries under moonlit skies, where our love once danced, now my soul just sighs. Every creek and wood, a story told of a warm hand lost in this growing cold. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze as the leaves rustle and the memories tease. Gravel roads where we once roamed, paths of solitude I call home. The saddle sits but rides no more, just like my heart, worn and torn. What changed was not the setting sun, nor the trails we thought we'd always run. It was the fading of your gentle ways and the harsh light of our ending days. Porch cries under starlit realms, holding on to a ghost at the helm. Every sunset bleeds a deeper red, painting loss in the words unsaid. Whispers of you in the wind's mournful calls as the horizon blurs and the nightfall falls. But here I stand where you left your mark, in the silent scream of the meadow lark, a lone figure against the vast open plains, learning to dance in the oncoming rains. So porch cries and so do I, with the stars bearing witness in the sky. The oak still stands though the years pass by, holding memories that refuse to die. In the quiet of this lonesome view, I find the strength to start anew. But in every twilight's fading blue, my heart whispers back to you. Out by the old creek, where oak trees cast shadows long, I first heard her laughter in the summer sweet song. We danced under starlight where the wild horses roam, in that dusty town, once a place we called home. Her voice rolled through the wind, clear and true, whispering secrets in the morning dew. Every sunset paints her silhouette, but she's a ghost I can't hold. Her voice rode through my dreams in the night so cold. Years rolled like the tumbleweeds past cabins worn and old, gravel roads forgotten, tales of love untold, the scarf she left behind. On the porch swing sways a remnant of her presence in those golden days. Her voice rolled through the wind, a haunting melody. In the rustle of the leaves, she's still calling me. Every sunset hides her face in shades of gold and blue. Her voice rolled through my heart, but she's a song I once knew. Now the prairie's wide and the nights stretch out ahead. Sleep doesn't visit the pillow where I lay my head, searching for her echoes in the valleys and the peaks. My soul rides endless trails that her memory seeks. Her voice rolled through the wind, never to be found, across those silent plains where our hopes were bound. In every whispered breeze, under the crescent moon's glow, her voice rolled through the past, the only love I'll know.
By the gnarled oak where the wild rivers flow, we carved our names in the skin of the bark. Under vast skies where the cold winds blow, in the heart of the shadows we sparked a dark. Oh, but that trail turned cold, my love went astray, where the sun dips low and the night swallows day. I'm walking these roads where our memories lay, guided by stars led astray by the fray. The porch still creaks, but it sings no more. Silence fills spaces where laughter once soared. Dust settles slow on the hardwood floor, echoes of footsteps I once adored. Yes, that trail turned cold, my heart torn apart, where dreams fade like evening's last blush of light. I'm clutching the reins of a runaway heart, through the ghost of your whispers in the dead of the night. Gone is the warmth of your hand in my own, like rain through the dust to the earth seed sown, lost in the echo of an old love song, played on a guitar that's been silent too long. Trails turn cold, no embers burn clear. With each lonely sunset, I wish you were near. But I'm just a shadow in your life, once held dear. On a trail turned cold, I'll disappear.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river bends, I first saw her silhouette as the daylight met its end. She wore a scarf of crimson against the winter's bite. Beneath that ancient oak, we found love and fading light. Now the trails turn cold where we once walked bold, and the oak leaves whisper secrets in the wind. So my heart a lonesome saddle, no rider to hold, on that lost trail turned cold. Oh, that lost trail turned cold. Years passed like the dust kicked up by Roman steeds. The town we love now shadows overtaken by the weeds. Her laughter once filled every corner of the saloon, now just echoes across the barroom under a mournful moon. The trails turn cold where we danced untold, past the old porch creaking, tales now never told. My dreams like rivers run, but never as bold, on that lost trail turned cold. Oh, that lost trail turned cold. On a gravel road I wander, under skies turning gray, each step a memory fading like the sunset's last ray. What's lost is never found as the night claims the gold. In the heart of a cowboy where his tale is slowly told. So the trails turn cold, my love story sold to the whispering pines, and the night so bitterly cold. I ride alone, the story of love old, on that lost trail turned cold. Forever lost trail turned cold. And the dust settles soft on the path I once rode, where memories like rain in my soul ever flowed. Goodbye, sweet love, your tale forever told, on that lost trail turned cold. That forever lost trail turned cold. Lonesome hill neath the whispering oak, where the sunset bleeds its crimson stroke. I etched our names in the bark so deep, a promise I swore I'd always keep. The wind carries dust of ancient tales over worn out boots and forgotten trails, where we once danced just shadows now, cast by the branches' solemn bough. Lonesome hill said nothing, but I heard it all. The silence of your absence at the twilight's call. Every leaf a whisper of the days gone by. Underneath the weeping willow I still hear you sigh. Years drifted by like clouds on high, gravel roads and that old porch swing side. The cabin stands, but you're long gone, just echoes of our sweet dawn song. The scarf you left sways in the breeze like a soft goodbye amidst the trees. I walk these paths alone, unspoken, with only memories as my token. Lonesome hill said nothing, but I felt the weight of love lost to time and the cruel hand of fate. Every stone and stirrup, every fading trail marks the map of our story, now a lonesome tale. says nothing, yet I hear your voice. In the rustling leaves I linger, I rejoice. Though you're a whisper on the hillside crest, in my heart's secluded cabin, you forever rest, fading into the sunset. Where our dreams once flew, Lonesome Hill knows everything, and it misses you too. Out where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I first saw her by the creek with her bucket pails. Silver laughter in the wind, scarf dancing free underneath that willow tree. She smiled at me, her eyes like the flicker of a campfire's light, guiding my lonesome heart through the blackest night. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every sunset paints her face on the canvas sky, but it's her absence fills the plains where my memories lie. The years rolled like tumbleweeds past the porch where we stood. That old house now creaks with secrets of the wood. Saddle lies dusty, my boots worn thin with Rome. The trail's grown over where we once dreamed of home. Her scarf caught on a bramble, faded now and torn, whispers to the prairie grass of love forlorn. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every raindrop writes her name in the thirsty ground, but it's her silence fills the air, a haunting sound. By the lantern's pale glow on this empty cabin floor, I trace the lines of time and unlock yesteryear's door. A single teardrop mingles with the ink on this page as I write of love once vibrant, now turned sage. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, carved so deep no seasons can its mark console. And as the stars witness my heart's quiet plea, in every dusty sunset, her smile's all I see. Her smile, oh, her smile, carved eternally. The old split rail where the creek bends and sighs, I first saw her smiling neath the vast prairie skies. We carved our names into the oak so wild and free. Underneath that summer sun, silence watched me. Oh, silence, watch me leave through fields of gold and yore. Her scarf caught on the breeze as my heart tore. Every whispered wind, every rustle in the leaves, echoes of what we had. Silence, watch me leave. Years flew like dust devils across those old gravel roads. Our cabin stood empty where once love abode. Winter claimed the porch swing where we'd dream above the fray. Rain washed away the trails where we once lost our way. Silence, watch me leave past shadows growing dim, missing her laughter in the twilight hymn. The cold grip of the night, the longing at the sea. She's a ghost in my heart. Silence, watch me leave. By the lantern's pale glow, I see her face in fire's dance. Old regrets spin stories in their haunting spectral trance. A lone coyote calls to a moon so out of reach. In this silent symphony, my soul finds its speech. So silence, watch me leave, and it watches still as I roam these wild lands against my heart's own will. But every sunset burns where a love once wove its weave in the quiet of the night. Silence, watch me leave in the quiet of my life. Oh, silence, watch me leave. In the shade of the old oak tree by the creek where you once kissed me, dust dances with the leaves, speaking soft of the memories. Beneath that sky wide and deep where I whispered dreams now sleep. In the breeze your laughter weaves through the hollers and the hollows we'd keep. Morning sky sleep, stars draped in your veil. Whispering winds tell the tale of the love we let fail. Each sunset burns just like the tears we cried under the morning sky, where our old love lies. Lonely saddles, porch lights dim, gravel roads where we'd begin. Empty cabin trails that fade like the promises we made stray. Rain on old tin roofs plays the rhythm of the truth that I wander life alone, far from you, the heart I've known. Morning sky sleeps, shrouding night in your hue, echoing the heartache of a love that once grew. Each twilight's glow, a reminder of our plight under the morning sky. I lose you every night. Oh, how the winds have changed, carrying away your sweet refrain, leaving silence in the wake of the words we'll never say. Now each trail's a tale of past, each step away from the last. Yet with every fading light your shadow lingers, holding tight. Morning sky sleeps with our tale in its folds, carrying whispers of a love that's still untold. Every dawn I rise beneath the same endless sky, haunted forever by the goodbye in your eyes. your echo by my side. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long and lean, there's an old wooden porch where we used to dream. A scarf you left behind caught on a rusty nail, whispers of the dust and the sweet clover trail. I can still see your smile in the blaze of the sunset on that lone gravel road where our last kiss was set. Oh, the silence called my name through the whispering wind. Your voice fades away like a ghost in the din. These rolling fields where my heart feels the same. Empty cabins moan neath the sky's crying rain. Silence called my name and I answered with tears, lost in the echo of our vanishing years. The saddle sits idle where once we rode wild, through the rivers of time love's currents beguile. Now nights are just pages of an old western tale, where laughter won't echo, now only the gale. Your footsteps in the dust have long been washed away by the rains that turned vibrant dreams to shades of gray. Oh, the silence called my name through the whispering wind. Your voice fades away like a ghost in the din. These rolling fields where my heart feels the same. Empty cabins moan neath the sky's crying rain. Silence called my name and I answered with tears, lost in the echo of our vanishing years. In the stillness of a fading trail's end, I found that every shadow bends towards the memory of those days when love was wild and time was a haze. Yes, the silence called my name in a voice so worn, like a bell toll solemnly for love that's torn. I walk these empty roads under stars' solemn gleam, where silence calls my name and I drift and dream. Here in the heartbreak where my soul remains bound forever to silence, where love's echo sustains. Out by the creek, under a sky so wide, where the oak trees whisper to the starlit ride, I found your scarf, a fragment in the wind, red as the sunset where our love began. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. rode past the cabin where we once lay low. Now it's just the bones where the cold winds blow. Gravel roads where your laughter filled the air. Now just a silence that I can't bear. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. And under wide open skies, I reckon my heart aches seen by stars that watched us dream once across these fields so green. Time's airless rider, it never heeds a plea, yet in its ruthless travel brings your memory back to me. Love waits in the silence of the fading trails, in the echoes of a song that the nightingale wails. Dust settles slow as my heart learns to roam. Love waits forever in this heart, your home. In the gray dawn where the oak trees whisper, found a scarf you left on the old porch swing. Ghosts of laughter in the chilly air linger as the cold morning listened to my heart sing. Every creaking board a story of footfall, you dancing barefoot, soft smiles in the rainfall. Oh, cold morning, heard my silent weeping as the sun hid behind clouds, ashamed to rise. Your memory's a secret I'm keeping in the land where the lonely heart flies, riding trails of shadows, my sorrow unbidden, where the echoes of you and the wild winds hide. Now the town sleeps under veils of silence, gravel roads wear the scars of our eyes. The old cabin stands bare in defiance, but inside the emptiness a part of me died. The heart cold, no fire to confess to, only dust and motes dance where love once knew. Oh, cold morning, heard my silent weeping as the sun hid behind clouds, ashamed to rise. Your memory's a secret I'm keeping in the land where the lonely heart flies, riding trails of shadows, my sorrow unbidden, where the echoes of you and the wild winds hide. So I whisper to the breeze, tell her my fears, under the vast, unyielding, indifferent skies. She carries my words like forgotten years to where the horizon of your absence lies. Oh, cold morning, heard my silent weeping, each teardrop caught in the beard of time. No more secrets, just the stars keeping watch over a cowboy's lonesome rhyme, riding trails that fade with the dying light. Cold morning listening took you from my side. She said goodbye with her boots still warm, didn't take the picture on the barn, left her coat but not her scent, and I knew damn well what goodbye meant. Didn't fight, didn't raise my tone, just lit a smoke and watched her go. A man don't beg when love's run dry, but damn, whiskey don't lie. So I ride through dust and bitter sky with nothing but the truth in rye. The bottle's blunt, but honest still. It tells me what she never will. She's gone for good, no alibi, and God knows whiskey don't lie. Past the creek where we first kissed, the wind don't whisper like it did. The porch lights out, the dogs moved on, the house still stands, but love is gone. They say you'll heal with time and road, but broken wheels don't carry load. So I pour paint and glass on high, 'cause hell, whiskey don't lie. Shame and pride under stars she used to idolize. The saddle squeaks, her favorite song, but everything she loved is gone. She won't come back, I don't ask why, 'cause the burn says it clear, whiskey don't lie. About how I've been, tell her I still talk to the wind, and I drink slow, 'cause I learned slow that not all love is meant to grow. So here's to love that didn't last, to dreams that faded way too fast. Tonight's I held her like the sun and woke to find she'd come undone. You can't outrun a farewell cry, and no damn bottle ever lied. Shadow of the old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers low, I found you wild, you and me, dandelion seeds ready to blow. Your scarf, a shade of sunset bright, tied to the saddle, flapping in flight. We traced gravel roads till they disappeared, each mile together the skies we neared. But dandelions held tight in the palm turned to wishes in the winds of time. You're a memory in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter and your hand in mine. With every sunset that paints against the west. I find you still beating in this old cowboy chest. Now the porch creaks empty, the door swings free, echoing steps of an old melody. The cabin in the clearing with its quiet cold glow holds the ghosts of your laughter and the shadows down faded trails where our dreams once ran. I walk alone, a solitary man, where wildflowers whisper in the fields you adored. I search for you, my forever implored. Oh, dandelions held tight in the palm, turn to wishes in the winds of time. You're a whisper in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter and your hand in mine. Every sunset that bleeds through the west leaves your shadow dancing in my lonely chest. And I've learned that love, like wildflowers, grows in places left untamed. But holding on too tight, my dear, just leaves you with the seeds, the rain. Dandelions once held tight in the palm fade to wishes on horizons I roam. You're the echo in the canyons of my mind, a love lost in the sweep of time. Yet every sunset that dies in the west keeps you living deep within my lonesome chest.
And star, we etched our names in the old oak's heart where the wild winds blew so hard. Your laughter mixed with the autumn's breath on that ridge where we did part, with the sunset painting your silhouette like a haunting ghostly bar. Oh, the echoes of your voice, it's like the rain on dusty ground. Each drop of memory fade in the silence where they're found. This lonesome wind, it wears my skin like your scarf worn thin and brown. On Lonesome Hill, I feel you're still, though you're nowhere to be found. The cabin's empty, the porch swings alone with the creaks of forgotten days. The gravel road that led to our door, now to fading weathered maze. Your saddle sits idle where the cobwebs build and the shadows play their games. And every dusk I ride these trails where nothing's left but names. Oh, the echoes of your voice, it's like the rain on dusty ground. Each drop of memory faded in the silence where they're found. This lonesome wind, it wears my skin like a scarf worn thin and brown. On Lonesome Hill, I feel you still, though you're nowhere to be found. There's a sorrow deep as the river's been when my tears go to hide away. And the stars up above, they don't judge my love, they just blink in their old wise way. Maybe these hills, these fields, they know the pain that comes and stays. For a cowboy's heart finds its rest in the land that time betrays. So I sing to the stones, to the bones of this earth where our story fell asleep. And the wind whispers back with a sigh of dusk, it's a promise it can't keep. On Lonesome Hill under starlit quilt, it's your memory I'll forever reap.
A silhouette in the sunset still, where the shadows long and deep.